Hey guys, it's Darcy here. So today's topic is all about there's always movement. So let's go ahead and get started on this topic. I also want to mention that if you'd like coaching with any of the coaches, link is down below. Go check it out. If you do send us an email, just give us a few days to get back to you on there. If you do want us to respond a little bit quicker, then just send us a DM on the manifesting page. All right, so when I say there is always movement, there is literally always something going on in the background. The moment you have a desire and you start to think about that desire more, movement starts. Okay, now what makes something come in is how you consistently keep your thoughts in check, right? So that would be persisting in some type of new story. So if you're choosing to go back and forth between an old story and a new story, whether that's because of fear, frustrations, whatever it is that's triggering that, you're going to be met with hot and cold behavior in your reality. You're going to be met with hot and cold movement where like maybe your SP comes in randomly, maybe he leaves again or she leaves again. Whatever the case is, you will be met with some type of hot and cold. So besides all that, when I say there's always movement, I mean, and I know this is like sometimes something people need for reassurance, and I totally understand that. We sometimes as humans do need that reassurance to some degree, and that is why we slip up and do things like check the 3D when we shouldn't. And sometimes when we are checking the 3D, that might be a part of our movement, right? Like I just got off the phone with a client just now, and her SP had deactivated social media. That's movement, right? Now, maybe to someone else, they may get frustrated and be like, well, that's not the movement I want. Well, that's not how it works. It's movement. Make it work in your favor. If you're a true operant in power, you're going to make it always work in your favor. So what is her assumption of her SP not being on social media? That he can't live without her, and he obviously is in an emotional headspace, and he's like needing some time, to think things through, right? So, when I say that like movement happens and sometimes it's because you're checking something, it happens, right? You can't beat yourself up, but you don't want to get into a habit of checking the 3D for, reassurance until your 3D is exactly what you want. So keep that in mind. But yes, your SP is always doing something. Everything is leading to what you desire at all times. And sometimes, sorry for the background noise, guys. If you can hear this. But sometimes things are intertwined together, right? So maybe there's something that you're manifesting. Maybe you're manifesting that you want more friends. And let's say you're also manifesting your SP to come in, right? So let's say this is just an example. Let's say your SP comes in, you start getting some movement with that, you're spending a lot of time with him, and then poof, they back up. But then all of a sudden you lean in on your friends, and then maybe you manifest having newer friends come in because of your friends. Maybe their friend group wants you to join them, whatever. So that's 2 in 1, right? So that's how manifesting is. It's like everything's colliding together. So it's not just one manifestation that's happening. It's all your manifestations are simultaneously happening. So sometimes when we have like a setback, it might be because something else is coming in and manifesting, and that might help you to understand some of the movement sometimes instead of getting so upset and being like, especially when you've been in the right headspace. So don't get so attached to that stuff, and don't like, the number one thing I tell clients about movement is don't get so obsessive with it either, right? Movement is movement, and sometimes our ego minds, most of us probably would rather our movement be something like, oh, our SP spying on us, or our SP liked our photo, or oh, our SP texted our family member about us, but sometimes movement is simple as running into your SP, or a friend bringing up your SP, or something in your reality that reminds you of that situation, or manifesting in someone that is just like your SP, whatever it is. But just keep that in mind when you're manifesting. Don't get so hung up on it, and know that like when you're shifting your thoughts, you're going to see movement. It's given. It's just how you perceive it. If you want it to work in your favor or not. If you want to make something seem like it's working against you, then you're going to keep that story going. All right. That's why self-concept is so important, because when that's on the when your self-concept is like not perfect, obviously there is no such thing as perfection, but just if it's up there, you will always make everything work for you and not against you. So keep that in mind, and hopefully this is the reassurance you needed. There's always movement happening. Even you listening to this is movement, right? So yeah, I hope this helps, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos in the future. Bye, guys.